Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's a toy kind of mood, and it's also welcome to the Drome. It's our first official crossover episode between the two. So I believe we're doing 78 for Toy Kind of Mood and 6 for Welcome to the Drome. But I'm Travis Moody, your host, joined once again in the Drome, Anthony Romo. What's up, dude?
Tony's Figs in the house, baby. Doing good. Nice to see you guys.
And you've seen him on our wrestling shows, but he's here to talk some Joes. It's my man, Dreadnought Ryan Sweeney.
Howdy, everyone. Dreadnought's in the house.
Yeah, and look, he's got the dedication shirt for you already.
That's right.
Welcome to the Yo Joe June Drome. It's Yo Joe June. So we're going to talk about everything today as we can. There are going to be reveals all month, but I think this was the big one so far. We'll have to see. But maybe before we talk about Yo Joe June, the reveals from Hasbro Pulse, are you guys celebrating Yo Joe June yourself? Ryan, anything you're doing especially for G.I. Joe?
So yeah, I go through and watch the Real American Hero cartoon again. The comics, I just got the last new episode from Larry Hama, so I'm going to be reading through that. But just kind of going through watching the old '86 cartoon again. Just nice to celebrate the Joe brand.
Hell yeah! How about you, Tony?
Like he said, I'll just put it on YouTube and just have it playing when I'm making customs and stuff. Just start watching it, and I'll get stuck watching it while I'm got the X-Acto in my hand, and I'm just watching it. And that's usually what I do, anyways, when I'm making the customs. Just throw on the YouTube that plays nonstop, and just run through it. Mass Device, everything, just all the cool movies they did, all the tie-ins and all that stuff. So, but and then I'll read comics online, and then there's a bunch of other stuff on YouTube that they've put comics online, and they'll narrate and they'll tell you what happened in this. I found different YouTube guys that'll do that, and that's really cool. Like one of them did number 12, way back when it was Breaker with no beard, and Stalker and Snake Eyes jumping in this river. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Nice. Yeah, you guys were talking comics. I'm showing these off because I went to the comic book store yesterday for the first time in months and was like, oh, here's my damn haul that's been sitting in the box for my pull box, and it's all Joe comics. So
wow,
if that ain't Joe June, I don't know what is. But as far there's also a 35th anniversary of the G.I. Joe movie. Now, we've all seen it, I'm sure, a million times, but are you guys gonna go grab a ticket and see it, in theaters?
Ryan?
I think it would be fun too, but I don't know where it's showing around me, so I need to find out. If it's close, I think we might make the trip just to go see it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just for details, I know they're doing it. It's June 23rd and June 25th. So it's a Thursday, a Saturday. I think Thursday's 7 at night. Saturday's 1 p.m. It's almost like they're really making it almost like an event with kind of one showing. There might be some theaters might be doing a little more flexible stuff. But what about you, Anthony?
Not really. Just I think I seen that on YouTube somewhere, or Netflix, or one of those streaming. I have some streaming apps on my TV. I can get it anytime.
It's a different experience though.
In the movie theater yeah.
With Joe fans, there's gonna be cheering, clapping.
I might get myself
laughing.
I might get some nephews to go with me to check it out, because they've been wanting to, they've been getting into it. They see my customs and they're like, whoa, it's crazy,
That's the perfect time, is to bring someone new into the fold.
Yeah.
The intro to the movie alone would be worth seeing it in the theater. Because if the movie was only the intro and it stopped, I would have been like, this is the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, same here. Is that the one where Duke gets the dynamite and he goes and puts it back on the ship, and he you can see him push off with his feet with the ship. He's gone. It blows up. Like that was killer right there. I'm like, Duke, wow, I'm so used to Stalker being in that role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would be Yo Joe June if we didn't talk about the whole world of G.I. Joe. Of course, we're here because we love customs as well. In the Drome, we talk about a lot of third-party stuff. We're always hooking stuff up, as you can see, posted up with some Gridiron. But the Howitzer guys, you saw Mark's unboxing. He did a lot better than me. It was 5 minutes, but I did got to review it. Got to review some loadouts. So shout out to Mark Buncan and the family. We, of course, Anthony, you know him,
Yes,
and
sir.
as I mentioned, we'll finally, hopefully, this December we'll all be hanging out. But Howitzer, did you guys get to back it? Do you plan on maybe getting it if it goes to retail? How do you feel about this bad boy? I had to tie in my unboxing review, episode 77. If you missed it, it's the old mountain howitzer that Gridiron did it for classified. So we'll go with you, Anthony, real quick.
No, that was really cool. I mean, I got to see it, firsthand in the studio. I'm lucky I live like not too far from Mark's studio and stuff. So it was crazy just taking it all in and looking at it and then, actually getting a feel for it and it was really weathered. I didn't get it. I have no room for that. I have no room for that big ass thing or to display it or anything, but who knows later on, like they're keeping a catalog of everything. So
Yep.
I don't know, but it's pretty badass. Maybe some other thing he makes. If he makes the MMS with Hawk, that Hawk used to come with, I might get that. We'll see what else they do because like you said earlier, it just opens up a bunch of other possibilities for them to do other vehicles and other sets. So this is the opener, so and it was a big one. So we'll see.
Yep, Ryan.
I wanted to, but space is limited with Robo Skull and knowing I'm gonna have to make room for that in a year. So I want it so bad though. When I saw your unboxing and then I saw Mark do his unboxing, I'm like, I should have got it. And then I'm going, where am I gonna put it? But if I bought it, I would have to build a dio for it. I build the dio for it, how big, but I think if it goes to retail, I might buy it just because seeing it, I'm just like, I need it. But
Yeah,
Gridiron does that to me all the time.
What was that again? Sorry.
I said Gridiron does that to me all the time. You
Oh,
see
yeah.
something on there and it like triggers something, and I'm like, oh no, I got to make this.
Yep.
I'll have to let Mark know you guys are interested. We'll see.
Oh man.
It's a lot nicer in hand, the Canon for sure. Pictures are
Oh,
cool,
yeah.
but man, getting it up. And I should have watched his unboxing first because he explained the poles, how they have the rubber pieces, and you could. I still haven't done it, but it still hangs on. Oh no, there. Oh yeah, there you go. So yeah, you could still it'll definitely make it tighter, the canopy and everything like that. And then that trailer hitch he brought up in the unboxing, but he never told us it was coming with a hitch, and I thought it was just for the the binocular side, the viewpoint. So I was like, all right, I'll use it for the satellite deck and the viewpoint, which I guess wasn't the point, but it worked, which was being really cool. I'd have to ask him about how he feels about that, but overall, great set. Just wanted to give a shout out again if you want to unbox it. It was a Kickstarter. It's done. Supposedly there might be more for a retail store in the future, but if not, support Gridiron Studios at gridironprops.com.
Sandbagger,
the sandbags have sand in them. It's not plastic.
Yep.
It's sand. That's how the attention to detail those guys have. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's got himself a sandbag. He doesn't have the howitzer. The bag.
Yeah, we're in Arizona. He just has to go outside and get some dirt, put him in there.
Let's go in your yard. Go in your yard.
Hopefully no cactus bristles in that damn shit.
Move over a woodpecker. We got some sand to dishing up. But look, all right, we'll talk about the stream in just a second, but we're custom dudes. So were there any customs that you guys want to show off that are of no characters that were talked about in the stream? Because we'll show those customs off if we have any. Ryan, show us the business.
So I had bought one of these in a Blue Angels colors a couple of years ago, but an accident happened and it broke. And so I had to reprint this. So because of Gridiron Studios coming up with those Maverick helmets, I'm like, I need to reprint that the Skyhawk again, and I've got some parts I can use. So this is a 1/12 scale Skyhawk.
Whoa, wow,
so awesome.
That is
I still have to
badass.
do some paint touch-ups to it, but it's getting there. It's just the size of the 1/12 scale vehicles, it's just crazy.
It is. I had
But
3
it's
of those
worth it.
bad boys back in the day, man. Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah. And with 3D printing, you can, print different parts to go with it. I'm going to probably get a different weapons loadout pack to go with it. I'm just
Ooh,
gonna keep messing with it.
yeah.
Time for you to open up an Etsy store so I can buy one myself.
Yeah, dude, 80 hours to print complete time.
Oh, never mind.
Whoa,
It's a lot of work.
crap. That's a long time.
80
Any other figs, Ryan? You got any other figs, custom figs?
So, we talked about Dreadnoks, and since I'm a huge fan of Zartan,
Oh,
I needed a cold slither Zartan.
that's crazy.
So this is actually, I believe it's Arcade is the guy
Yeah,
from
Yeah.
Urban Legends. So I just basically it's
That's
a simple
perfect.
his
give
hair.
him a wig, give him a wig,
That's-
some tats.
You can't
another
get better than
Gridiron
that.
Studios
Yeah.
with the guitar. So
I wonder if that McFarlane Metallica box set with all the drums and all that stuff would work. That's all 6-inch, right?
it's 687, which would be even better.
That'd be awesome. I saw that
A
and
little
like,
bit bigger.
whoa, you make up a band. Oh man, that'd be cool. The whole Dreadnoks backing him
Well,
up.
I've been looking. I found a stage that you can print 3D and equipment. So bass guitar, and drums to print 3D. So I'm like, I might have to think about trying to do something like that, and then add some LEDs to it, and then I would have just my cold slither stage. So
Whole
I'm
Dreadnought
thinking
band.
about it.
That'd be a sweet diorama, dude. Everyone would love that. You put that on all the groups.
You
Oh my
crush
God.
it.
You get so much love.
He would own the internet for the day.
Yeah.
He'd own all of Joe June, the whole
Yeah.
month.
Well, I do want to give another one. So I did a
Go want to
custom
see
Dawn
them all,
Rhino.
yeah.
And what was
Dawn-
cool about this is I posted it on Facebook, and Larry Hama actually liked it.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's nice.
So I had to screenshot him actually giving me the thumbs up for it.
Happy birthday, Larry. Happy belated.
Yes.
Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday. I believe, or
Yesterday,
2
happy
days ago,
happy
yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday, man. What would
then
we
just-
be here talking right now if it wasn't for Larry Hama? So
Exactly.
that?
Yo Joe
What was that?
June, it's perfect time for his birthday to pop, and then for us to have all this stuff too.
Was it the
And then the
7th?
final
The
two-
7th was his birthday? The 7th?
Was it the 7th?
Yesterday?
It was,
yesterday.
I think it was the 5th or the 6th.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
So it's been recent.
Yeah.
Then my final two, again, it's Gridiron because they do this to me, but so custom Footloose and then Hit and Run.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I
That was
have
cool.
yet to do a hit and run.
So
That's dope. Oh,
Is that
man.
Footloose? Is that Footloose right there?
yeah.
Ooh, nice. I did one a while back. That's cool, man. Look at that stash. Look at that stash on him.
Look at that. That's
Mhm.
funny.
Yeah, I gave him the Burt Reynolds stash, and for Hit
Gave
and
him
Run,
the-
I actually have a bag that has the cord in it that will come out.
That's nice.
Oh
just
my
like
goodness.
the old school one.
Yeah.
Put the knife on there for him too. So hopefully eventually we'll get one of these from Hasbro.
We will. I mean, they seem to keep making new figs off of our customs.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. Romo, show us what you got that we are not going to talk about.
Let me see. Well, they were going to talk about a diver. I got another Navy SEAL. This is Wetsuit version 9. I picked this one because I wanted him to fit in with classifieds. I know everybody likes the teal and orange and white one, but he's another version that just looks so pimped out to me, and he goes so well with Torpedo. And then there's his backpack and muchas gracias, his backpack, his head, and I got the searchlight on him right now. I'm gonna get some other fins from Gridiron, but yeah, he's
Dude, you killed that.
he's pretty complete, man. I'm happy with this guy, man. There's a lot of pouches, a lot of straps,
He's all decked
And,
out.
and he's ready, dude. And over here it's so hot. It's time to get in the. I gotta take some water pictures with him.
And I know you got one more, at least.
Yeah, we talked about him a little bit. There's a Shockwave. This is my version, my classified Shockwave, the gray and green one.
Very neat. I wonder if we got the same gun.
I don't know I got it from Mark. Oh, I've got like the tactical one. He's got like He's got like let me see.
Yeah, it's I mean like a Uzi with a silencer kind of deal.
Yeah, it's a
But
Mac 10 with the silencer and the
very
weapon
similar.
light,
Yeah, you're
and the sight on top. Yeah.
yeah. You have the sight. I think it's
Mhm,
almost the same Gizat with the sight. But yeah, I finally did
mhm.
a custom myself. A
Nice.
little bit of the Valhalla paint kind of deal. And I get your riot shield is just kind of if it was modern, would he have this? And of course this was a gridiron weapon, and this was made out of Action Force Blue Trooper
Oh,
because
okay.
you got the kind of got the blue going on, but I did eventually get some blacks. But as you can see, this was ridged, just ridged the face. This isn't even a
Yeah.
beachhead face.
Yeah, I
It's
use the
just
beachhead. Yeah.
yeah, it's just straight up. That was kind of dented in and
Yeah.
cap
Yeah.
from Gung Ho, I believe.
That gung
Yeah.
ho cap, man. Shockwave uses it. Who else uses it? Repeater has one. I
Mm.
might do a repeater in the future. He
Rock
wears
and
one.
roll version 2.
Rock and roll version 2. I made that one. Let me throw Muskrat up there.
Ooh, nice. I just wanted to mention that the vest is from One Per Case, Jay's Armory, and
Yeah.
they're currently
Moving
uh
or something?
on hiatus right now
Yeah.
because I went in the Etsy store to check everything out. And
Yeah.
then there were leg holsters that I need because he needs a knife. He's not complete. I haven't been able to find the right knife. I was kind of going through gridirons and there's just the right blade doesn't come with the right sheath, but eventually we'll get it. Get those holsters for the legs, and then he'll be complete. But so far, like it. But yeah, man, muskrat.
Yeah. Muskrat. Oh man, that gung ho vest. I cut it up and closed it, and Muskrat was pretty much a no-brainer.
Hmm.
Those are the Deadpool, the cable that was on Deadpool. Those are his legs
Yes.
with some Marvel Legends stuff on them, and there's the shotgun from Mark,
Great.
you know, and then I had to set him off with his own machete in the back.
That's slick, man.
Mhm.
See, if you had like a howitzer jungle diorama that Ryan talked about, you have all the characters for it. You get
Oh
it.
man, I got the Recondo, Muskrat, Gung Ho, and
Yep. All right, you guys ready to talk Yojo June stream?
I'm ready when you are.
Hasbro Pulse, G.I. Joe, Fanstream review. All right. So they kicked off, they talked about toys that they didn't even have digital renders for. Of course, last week they started Joe June off with an Instagram presentation, kind of unboxing an old school toy. And then they kind of went in and they mentioned, all right, Shipwreck is coming and Rock and Roll. And then today they announced, without showing anything, sadly, but they talked about Copperhead, and they also talked about Torpedo, which is a special subject now because Anthony's got something to show us.
Yeah. Oh man, I had to remember I made them a long time ago, and Kevin shouted me out. Said it was great. I liked it, but I had some more fodder, and I'm like, I want to remake him like the best way I can.
You're
And
relentless, dude.
that's what you told me. And then I got that's like a Deadpool body, and the paint, it just took paint real good, and it's a wetsuit on a guy. This is just diver mode. So, and that's a Cobra Trooper head,
Mm.
and there's Mark's scuba gear on him. He's got the fins in his hands. He's got the HKUMP on him, and that's just I went off not the old school, because the old one has the gray going all the way down his legs. This is the 25th anniversary version, I think,
Okay.
because he's got that's the one he had the red pouches up here, and then the weights on his other shoulder, and then oh man, to me this guy came out real nice.
Oh, I do want to mention. So if you ever need to use a Cobra Trooper head sculpt for one of your customs when you want to keep the body, those warheads, dude. That I don't know if you bought one from Gridiron Studios.
With a
The
gas
Cobra.
mask.
Yeah, I've got one. I don't know if you could see it. Yeah, right there. I think it's hard to, hopefully we'll focus in. Bobby could focus in. I don't feel like messing with all that. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's got to get the gas mask war face. plate going on, or he's down there somewhere. He's in there somewhere. But anyway, you've got it, and it replaces the whole head. It's not just a helmet. So that way you're not not being able to use this trooper now because you needed the head. So I think it's perfect to use the heads for other things because you've got.
Yeah, with that one, that's a gas mask. I don't know how it fit with his diver hoses. You know what I mean? That's the trouble I was running into. But with his with that head, because you can't get let's say a real diving torpedo head unless you use the multiple man head, the Jamie Madrox head, because he's got the, it's like a hood. No one else has that unless I get, a Professor X head and paint it on there. You know what I mean? And that's it. And then I used what was his name? North Star. I modded a North Star unmasked head because Torpedo has the comb to the side. It's all in his face, and everybody liked it. And I said that was like the perfect head for him.
Great.
So, and then for that wetsuit, his unmasked head is Condor from Valaverse. It fit him good. Yeah, I think I have pictures of it all on my Instagram. Yeah.
Sweet, and that's at Tony's Figs.
Tony's _figs. Yep.
Go check it out
on there.
Yeah. So Ryan, how do you feel about any of the 4 figures that we're getting? Shipwreck, Copperhead, Torpedo, and of course Rock and Roll. A lot of people did Rock and Roll customs. That was something so of course a lot of people did all these as customs, and now we're getting them. So that's kind of a theme we got going on here. Love it.
There he is.
Of course, that great loadout set from Gridiron and.
Oh,
yep. You mean this Rock and Roll custom? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to go V1 or V2? Yeah, I'm a big fan of V2.
I think they go V1. I think you have to. And I think they're going to use either Outback's Buck or probably Gung Ho Roadblock for the bulkiness. But yeah, the Rock and Roll I'm excited about. Shipwreck, when I saw Spirit, I'm like, we're going to get an old school Shipwreck, the blue shirt, the short sleeves. I'm like, that's body parts that they can use for that. So I'm like, yes, please. Copperhead's the one I'm curious about if we're going to get a new sculpt or if that's going to be based off of either the heavy artillery roadblock or even Sergeant Slaughter or even Crocmaster. So I want to see what we'll get for that. But for Copperhead, we're going to get 2 figures. You're going to get the old school one and then Python Patrol for sure.
There was also 4 different versions of Python Patrol Copperhead. So
there's a bunch of different Copperheads. Yeah.
Yep. Well, even the original Copperhead with the moccasin, there was 2 color variations that were there too, where the green and the blue were interchanged.
That's right. So, kind of an aqua version. Yeah. So
I found one with a black top. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat. And then any thoughts on Torpedo before we move on?
I wonder what body they'll use for him. I'm thinking the Snake Eyes movie body, but it will be nice to see what they do. What I hope is the Collector Club did a set it was wetsuit, but he was in camo fatigues with the boonie hat, and he had the scuba equipment with him.
Yeah.
And that was like a true Navy SEAL. And I'm just hoping we get something like that.
Oh, here comes a deluxe.
Yeah. Here comes another custom in my head going around. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hasbro also announced that from now on, they're going to have waves of 5 figures to be released. So these are general, any figure that you can get from a Target to an Amazon to a fan channel. Those are going to be in waves of 5. This doesn't include the exclusives as far as I'm concerned. Ryan, you want to jump in?
Do you guys think we're going to get Build-A-Figure parts in them now? If they're going with the wave of 5, do you think he'll do the Marvel Legends stuff? He's made comments about it. You get a big chunky boy like a Road Pig or something.
I was just thinking Road Pig.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
I was just thinking Road Pig, man.
With the bigger guys, yeah.
I mean, I'm already buying the BAF Marvel Legends, so how could I hate on classified? And it's worked out. The last couple waves of Marvel Legends, I've been buying them because I think the BAFs have been really good. So if I'm going to pay $25 for a figure, give me parts for a figure that winds up free, right? So who knows? But anyway, they mentioned Falcon. any Falcon to show off before I move on to the next one?
No, I don't have a Falcon. No, you're good.
Oh,
No,
actually, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna make one. I saw that one. I'm like, oh, should I wait? But it takes so long for us to get them in hand. Like I mean, you've got your lucky ass. You've got Storm Shadow and Spirit and the Officer. I haven't gotten them yet. That's going to take forever. So that's another reason I make the customs, because we don't have them yet. I want them now, and then I turn them into placeholders. Maybe I'd make a whole display of my customs, because the collector in me still wants the official Hasbro one.
Yeah, of
Still,
course.
I might get two of them, take the gear off one and put it on my custom. Just it's the fun thing about it. So
Well, I also mentioned this on our Instagram, to add a toy kind of mood. I mentioned CoverGirl, so we'll just get right to her, right? So there's a CoverGirl, and of course, you and I both have CoverGirl customs, right?
yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that this is gonna be used for parts for something else, or she's gonna be Dazzler again, or Dagger, or whatever.
Right.
It's
No.
no, I've got 7 roadblocks. I've got 29 snake eyes. It's
Yeah.
okay to have a couple of at this point we've got so
Fine.
many. What do I got? 3 Cobra Commanders, a couple Destro, plus the repack retro. We're gonna have so many duplicates. If you've got customs, use them in a different, photo or whatever.
A display, a custom. Yeah.
Yeah, like I
Exactly.
got Zartan up there, the deluxe one, and then I got the other homeboy Zartan down below. It's just with these group with different, Cobra Commander here, Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
It's okay
Yeah.
to have a cover girl hanging out with this version of Roadblock, and
Yeah.
then the official cover girl hanging out with maybe a custom Roadblock. Like it's
Mhm.
pretty. You can mix and match, man. Don't get rid of. Don't
Right.
be sad that you made a custom and
Oh
all
hell
that.
no!
Like buy
Never.
it, get it,
Never.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
But you want any thoughts on CoverGirl, because that's a tremendous face sculpt.
Yes. That's.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mentioned that, and she looked really good to me. I mean, I saw it this morning before I went to work. I was watching it and I caught it live. I'm like, oh, nice. Her face looks really good, because we all criticize the face sculpts on the females so much,
The
because
OG Lady J and the
yeah,
OG Scarlet, and they've
Scarlet,
improved those with the repacks that we see.
definitely. And then they went in depth to talk about it. Hey, the Tony, I think his name is, they went and looked they looked up,
Makeup on
makeup.
Pinterest.
Right. I'm like,
that was such a great moment.
it was. There you go. He's customizing the real one, do it. That's how they look. And I mean, I don't know how they, do their eyes and do their lips and all that stuff. And then you're doing it on a figure. Hey, go look up some reference and hook it up. And that one, I think they knocked it out. She looks really good. And then CoverGirl, that's the one who's she was a model, and then she turned into a army mechanic.
Mhm.
So that
And a
was
tank driver. Yeah.
yeah,
so,
they rocked. They
yeah.
they killed it on that one. So
Yeah.
I'm like, that was impressive. I'm like, I knew they could do it. Just do
And
it.
what's cool is this is the comic book version that I went with Dagger hair, but she's got she doesn't even have the reddish auburn. It's more of a brunette look. So they are going
Yeah.
kind of classified with obviously the real American hero dress, dress up. So
I was happy with her hair color and what they showed. That's good. You and I have her blonde. That's another option. Hey, I mean, it's just a simple paint
that's
job.
what makes it cool too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of different looks, Ryan, Outback. We got the OG, a real American hero Outback, which they should have waited till we got the Target ones, because now people are gonna cancel their Target. Because my roommate said that. My roommate said that. He said, I'm canceling Tiger Force because.
Yeah.
Folks have got to understand, when you're talking these sub teams, they are going to be different.
Yeah.
And if you ordered, look, with the Joe line, if you look at each one of these figures, they reuse parts from everything, and you're going to get at least 2 versions of each one of these figures.
Definitely.
We're talking about CoverGirl.
Yeah.
CoverGirl is Lady J parts, just with the jacket on, some different arms and a different head. So we're going to get a Courtney Krieger with blonde hair to go with the brunette. You just plan on it. Outback, you were always going to get 2 versions. If you only thought you're going to get the Tiger Force version, you're crazy.
Right.
That's a mold that they're going to use. You're going to get both versions. Here's the thing. I'm buying both.
Same here.
Because, I never had the European exclusive Tiger Force Outback. I only had, the general release version. So.
Same here. And I made one. I'm still going to get them, I'm still getting them.
to go with those 19 roadblocks.
Oh
So,
man.
but also, so speaking of what Ryan's talking about, we got, and of course, we're gonna dig into the big guy in a little bit, but his group, the Marauders, we got a barbecue, and while it's a repaint, I was really excited. I think it's gorgeous, Ryan.
Absolutely. Again, that means you're going to get a Slaughter's Marauders Spirit.
Question
Spirit.
about that.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but I got a press release from Hasbro or Rogers and Cowan PR, and they call it Mad Marauders. You were just on a YouTube show called Slaughter's Marauders, right? So talk to me about that. Let's address it. The elephant in the room. What's going on with that name, Slaughter's Marauders? Because I went back to that one segment with barbecue, and Lenny said, and Emily said, we got a Marauders barbecue. I didn't hear them say Slaughter's Marauders barbecue.
I think it's just because they couldn't announce at the time that Sarge was in the fold for the figures. So I'm hoping that they go back to saying it's Slaughter's Marauders, because that is who that sub team was.
Right.
We're going to get another Sarge repaint. We're going to get the barbecue repaint. You're going to get a Spirit repaint. Falcon was in the Slaughter's Marauders 7-pack from Big Bad Toy Store with the 30th anniversary. So he's going to be one. So we should see that group. I'm hoping that means we're getting a
Mercer.
low light. Okay. Mercer. Oh, all three of the originals.
All three of those originals. Gotta make those.
Mercer,
yeah.
Yep. And Taurus. I want all of those guys, but we've got to get that brown and light blue and green mixture that we had for Slaughter Marauders.
Yeah.
And it is Slaughter's Marauders.
It's right. Yeah, it's real slick. And the Mad Marauders. The Mad Marauders barbecue. Some people like this look even better than just red fire dude. So it's pretty cool.
It's kind of more militaristic. That one,
right in, yeah,
and then they even said army builder. I'm like, okay. Still I mean,
they're trying to get you to buy more than one. I don't blame them. That's smart. Hasbro's like patting Lenny on the back. Like, thanks, bud.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I'm getting one.
I'm cool with just having my Slaughter's Marauders group and my other barbecue hanging out. These guys over here. So, one more digital render we got today. So no pre-order yet. Probably on the next stream. Down a few months from now. Crimson Bat Battle Android Trooper Battle. Here we go. Crimson, and it matches the colors of the Crimson Guard and the Crimson Twins.
That's cool.
Yeah, Tony, what's up with Crimson Bat?
I like the idea. I like the way he looked. It was cool, and they even said, the twins ordered some, from I don't know who makes them, Destro or Mindbender.
It's got the model number on the
that's cool. Keep that. That is cool as hell. Do that. Make some. They're going to make some battle damage stuff with them and all that stuff. So, and as long as they match the Crimson Twins, that's their little group. Hey, that's more. Let's have more. That looks really cool. I like that a lot.
I hope this means we get Fire Bats, we get Toxo Bats, we get Neo Bats, we get 4 or 5 different versions of these. I want glow in the dark bats.
Says the guy who only collects G.I. Joe. I'm like, damn it! I'm gonna have to sell everything else if this happens.
That's why I only collect G.I. Joe.
But insert the genius meme. All right, let's talk about the guy, the WWF legend himself, Sergeant Slaughter of the Mad Marauders. No, we kid. Here he is in the building.
There it is. There you go.
He's got his bully stick. He's gonna whip us into shape. All right, this was the full reveal. We weren't expecting this, so this was nice. He's got extra hands. He's got the bully stick. He's got the hat that Ryan has. He's got a rifle, which was pretty nice to see. Before we forget, the art was done by Adam Riches, and that collage is really cool. So if you missed it, it's in every Facebook group now. Shout out to Adam, really cool dude. Awesome artwork. And the mini carded Sergeant Slaughter was cool. Lenny had a little story about that. Ryan, you want to share that?
It just, when you think about it, and you guys are younger than me, so
I am.
Sarge was I'm mid-40s. Sarge was my
I
first
don't-
mail away figure.
I
We
might be the
almost there.
senior here. I might be the senior here in this group.
I doubt it.
Let's keep it kayfabe.
Talking about it later.
Yeah, kayfabe it. But he was my first figure mail away. So when you saw the advertisements, it was Sarge holding the Sarge figure. So when they announced that they have a little toy figure with him, I'm just like, dude, that's so smart. And then to tie into wrestling, that made me go, dang, that's just like Matt Cardona and Brian Myers with their Super Sevens, because they had
Major
action
League
figures of
Podcast.
themselves.
Mhm.
And Marvel did it with what's it? Red Guardian and
Black Widow.
Black Widow or
Yep.
Melina 2-pack. So
Yep,
Mm.
yep.
you know, just smart. And Sarge looks amazing.
Yeah, he does.
The hat, the glasses, the face sculpt, it's just, they knocked it out of the park with him.
Can I
Knocked
say
it out of the park.
that this is the best classified figure yet?
Yes, you may. I agree.
Let's just say it.
I agree. He's got the white-
Apathy called me today and I said that.
Oh, did
I
he?
was like, I know you like hated their last stream, but because of Sarge, you gave it like a 5 out of 5 anyway. And I was like, this is the best classified stream. He was like, no doubt, no doubt. So shout out to App. But yeah, man, go ahead.
I was gonna say, for me, it's the Zartans that they put out, but Sarge, it's the best figure. It's better than anything Mattel put out. Some of the other companies that have, there's just little things that were off on them, but that's the Sunbow Sarge that we saw in the movie, in the cartoon series completely. Knocked it out of the park.
that rock. They gave him
Knocked it out of the park.
I really like
the white web gear belt
Mattel's,
they have
but-
it on him. Yeah.
I really like Mattel's. Last year it was ironically that was a Comic-Con exclusive. Of course, we were all home. It was like Comic-Con at home. But this year they mentioned Comic-Con and Sergeant Slaughter, ironically, in Hasbro. But thankfully, everyone's like immediately, oh, it's not a Comic-Con exclusive.
No. Yeah.
It is not. Now, why? I think they just want to. It's like I think the thing is they just want to show it off. But there are possibilities. I see Ryan wants to. All right, go ahead. Tap in. Tag me in. Talk about Sarge at Comic-Con. Go ahead.
So Sarge was big in the movie, but do you remember what series Sarge debuted in? Arise, Serpentor, Arise.
Is that when
So
he
if
was
you
just
have
wrecking bats left and right?
If you have Sarge and you have a Comic-Con and you know that Hasbro wants to go big, do we get to see Serpentor with an air chariot? You know, talking about it, showing some renders for it, but then you can order Sarge at the same time, so you know you're going to have both of them that you can, you know,
Right.
fight with later on. So that's what
I
I'm
like
hoping
that.
for.
I like that. I think people are gonna be. It's gonna be the Star Wars Celebration, John Favreau, Paz Vizsla situation where people are gonna wait in these goofy lines. They're gonna get a barcode to be able to pre-order Sergeant Slaughter ahead of everybody, and then 2 days later, we're gonna pre-order on Hasbro Pulse. I don't know.
I don't-
dude.
I don't think they'll do that because
Well, he's a general release, unless there's a deluxe
Yes.
version of Slaughter
No.
2.
No, there's just the
No.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Joe team will tread lightly because us Joe fans, we get butthurt really quick and we cry. And if you watch the stream at all, the comments will, you know,
And
but I
whined
think
and
they've
moaned.
learned, don't go there with exclusives without people being able to buy them after the Cobra Island. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another suggestion was that we could, I don't think there's any chance in hell this will happen. It might have been a joke, but I've seen a few people say, what about a Marauders like deluxe box set? But I mean, they're having so much trouble giving us one figure for the
Yeah.
whole year. Many
Yeah.
people don't even have a new classified figure in hand. I mean, I got lucky with Dorkside's 6-month early shipment, but there's nothing else.
There's
So how are you going to
nothing.
give us a box set of it? You know what I mean? That just, it seems far-fetched for me. If it happens, that'd be cool, but
That'd be one hell of a surprise. I'm like, I don't think so. Shit. No. Heck
well, we
no.
said it first, so it ain't a surprise. but-
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Well, and if people are crying about $90 for 3 Vipers, can you imagine what the price would be for 4 or 5?
Oh,
Yeah,
Marauders?
250.
Yeah. $500.
All right.
They're
Let's
like
talk.
Fred Sanford's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh God, goodness. All right, maybe it's good I'm not going to Joe Fest after all. Jesus. All right, so let's talk about what we were able to actually pre-order. and not at Comic-Con. Hardly anything. So this was the kind of the downer for me. Maybe it's good. Wallet, all that whole thing. But all right, classified. Here he is. Snake Eyes and Timber. I at first I was like, no way, I don't need it. And then, I like when they put it in the diorama with the angles and the
They got you. They got you.
They got you. Also, they
got
added
you.
they added a lot of accessories. The paint apps on this Resolute looking Snake Eyes look much better now than they did in the promo. I feel like we say this on every Hasbro show, but upgraded weapon loadout. It's the white timber, so obviously more toy, than show. And then that scarf that was going on Stalker seems like Snake Eyes has it. So that's really cool touch. We got battle damage on Timber too, so it looked like he got into a little bit of a scrap. Thoughts? We'll go with Romo. You've made a lot of cool Snake Eyes figures, or you made a custom one, but how do you feel about this version of Snake Eyes? Is it necessary? Are you going to pre-order it? What's your take on it?
Well, for me, I'm glad they made it. If you want another different Snake Eyes for the people that want it, go ahead. For me, I'm really happy with both versions of the Snake Eyes customs that I came out with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like them better than the classifieds. This one's just I think it's based off the Renegades, not the Resolute.
Renegades, okay.
Yeah. This one has. And are those just green pants or are they camo pants?
Camo.
They are camo?
Yeah, there's brown in there too. Yeah, there's an olive drab.
Okay, then he's got the Shema that Stalker has. That's cool. My Snake Eyes don't wear that. But it's cool. If go ahead, you could take it off. I think the previous Timber, he had the battle scars too. He had some of those.
I think this one has some blood on it, or a little bit of. It looks a little more apparent. We'll have to see in the images. I can't recall, but
it probably go off when he jumped on the bear and the bear marked him up. It's probably that's what it is. But no, that's an easy pass for me. I mean, I can grab any one of my, Snake Eyes and give him camo pants. But that's a good official one. I mean, it's a stark white Timber, which he was supposed to be in his original release, or white, maybe tinted gray. But I like the other one. So this one's a pass for me, but it's cool for the people that want it. It's usually my answer for all the redos they do.
Right, dog.
So yeah, I bought two of them. I get one for box, one to open. It's what it reminds me of is they had a San Diego Comic-Con set with Jetfire as the Sky Striker, and Snake Eyes came with it with a blaster boombox, but the color scheme matches up to that Snake Eyes. The other thing I think of is this looks a lot like 00 Snake Eyes, which a lot of folks didn't get.
Yeah.
So it just gives you a chance to get that type.
I think
it's an easy repaint. The weapons, it looks like it's Viper parts, and it looks like the Uzi and the pistol from the original Snake Eyes with some of the other parts. I think it's just a nice nod to an old figure and gives people a chance to get something they may not have.
Yes. That's totally cool.
See, that's why Lenny and Emily need to watch our show. We're so nice. But speaking of Transformers, Ryan,
and honest, yeah,
we're honest. We go ham when we need to. But
yeah,
Ryan, I'm gonna keep you here because you mentioned Transformers and the mix, and then today we got the Striker Bumblebee with Sergeant Lorenzo Wilkinson Stalker. So talk about the O-ring Stalker, and it wasn't Hound that we got, but Bumblebee is Bumblebee. He's larger than life movie figure character. So go ahead, talk about this collaboration.
I think you have to look at there's specific characters that Hasbro wants to use. For Joe, it's Snake Eyes, it's Duke, it's Cobra Commander. For Transformers, it's the same things. It's Megatron, it's Optimus Prime, it's Bumblebee. I think it's an easy crossover to do. The O-ring Stalker, because originally during the 82 line, all those figures shared the same parts. So this is the Snake Eyes that you got with the O-ring Storm Shadow. So it's an easy, crossover to do, get you the figures. I think this will be successful. As a kid, who didn't want to have a Transformer that fit your G.I. Joes in it? And now you've got two of them. So I'm just over the moon with this. I think it was the Transformer Collector Club did a crossover with G.I. Joe with Old Man Snake and the bats that were transforming drones. So this is just another cool continued shout out to that type of crossover with the comics.
Nice. Yeah. Any quick thoughts, Tony, on this?
No, I liked it a lot. I was like, this is just like, okay, this is the second one because the first one was the His Tank and the Baroness, right?
Yes, Megatron.
Oh, was it Megatron that turned into
Megatron
the
His Tank, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, this was cool. The Ostriker looks like a regular Ostriker. He turned it and I'm like, oh, that's a freaking transformer. That's dope. And
But
then,
you don't do 1/18 scale 3 3/4, so
no, I don't do the little ones no more. No O-rings. I'm concentrating on my customs and the big guys now. But wow, that's an easy way to get into them because they're gonna have vehicles more readily available for the little guys.
Yep. That's why I still mess with O-ring.
Right, exactly. And I think if I was going to get into them, it's because they have a bunch of vehicles already. So it's
Yeah.
like a no-brainer. That's really cool, and they fit in the DTOF right behind you. They'll probably look badass in there too.
Yeah, I got like above. I got my
Yeah.
vehicles there. So that's where the Robo Skull is going. Because Robo Skull, remember, shot
That's
the
a big-
Skeletron.
That's a
6.
big bastard.
You could do both. You could
Yeah.
do 6
Sure.
and you could do 1/18. So if I got my 1/18 up there, I
Yeah.
can still turn it into 6. And so yeah, I think those Transformers will be, joining them up there. Hopefully they can fit. But
Yeah.
speaking of 1/18, Ryan, I think I'm gonna see you Saturday morning. You're gonna be up
Yes.
early for me.
Yep.
Oh wait, you're in the East Coast, right?
Yeah, it's not early for me.
It's noon. You lucky son of a. It's noon for you, but let's shout out, right? Troy McKee, John Kukovic from Grindstone Toys, Call Sign Longbow. They are going to be joining us for Welcome to the Terradrome, another episode. We're doing it right on Saturday. It's coming down the stretch for, their campaign. We're really excited. It's going to be a nail biter, I think, because we're recording on Saturday. It's the last day. We did it with Skeletron. We're doing it with them, so we're very blessed to have them on. And Ryan, we'll see you back there, but we still got more Joe talk right now because Emily announced that there will be 2 more pre-orders next week. I think we can guess what one of them is, right, Ryan? Would you say it's who I think you might say it is?
I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Oh no.
I'm thinking it's the Ninja 2-pack.
Mm.
And it's going to be Kamakura?
Kamakura?
Yep, I think that's the one that we're due for the pre-orders. As much as I want it to be Dr. Mindbender.
Right, because that Best Buy slip up.
Yeah.
But I think Mindbender comes in week
slip 3. Up.
Yeah. Best Buy.
Yeah. So Dr. Mindbender is probably not a Comic-Con Post-Con exclusive if Best Buy kind of tipped that off, that even though it's in this deluxe packaging and it looks like what we got with Zartan last year, he's probably going to be a general release, right?
Yeah, and when you get GameStop in Canada also had the pre-order already for Dr. Mindbender as well.
That should say it all. So, but the problem is they're returning to Instagram next week. You can't. Not being able to turn those comments off is the worst.
I know.
Tony, what do you think about? Okay, so next week. So I think Joe June. I don't know. I'm hoping for one more big stream, but I have a feeling this was it, and then they're gonna do kind of like little social media. Oh, but Ryan,
I think you're gonna get the San Diego Comic-Con. They'll have a stream there. They'll have a panel that will be on Hasbro Pulse.
But Comic-Con is until July.
Yeah.
Oh, is it July? Well, the last week I think we're gonna have something that will come out. That last week of Yojo June, I wouldn't be surprised if we have another Hasbro Pulse live stream.
On
I
YouTube.
think they'll probably go Instagram, Hasbro Pulse, Instagram,
YouTube
Pulse again.
Right.
That makes sense. But before we go, we've got a few things to talk about, like that HasLab tease that I totally missed, and then everyone was.
So did I. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
The black logo, it says classified series HasLab, and then I didn't even go back to watch it, but they said there were. Shout out to Troy Osgood. He had mentioned that there were sounds of tank tracks.
Oh, wow.
noises. So that kind of tips off. Would you think, Ryan? Would you have a guess? As I mean, it's obvious. No.
I'm going to say a 2-pack. I think we're going to get 2
Oh.
6-inch scale vehicles. One is going to be the Hiss tank. The other is going to be the Mobat. And I'm hoping that the Mobat is actually motorized.
Yeah.
Old school as it can get.
Old school remote control, baby.
Either that or we're getting the Rancor that never made it for Star Wars.
That ain't happening. Tony, any guess as to what the classified HasLab is going to be?
I don't know. I keep on thinking they're gonna keep it smaller, like we got the motorcycles. What's the four-wheeler?
The Vamp?
No.
Ferret.
Yeah, the Ferret. That's it. Zaymont and Tomac rode that thing.
That's really tiny, though.
Yeah, but
but that's not a
maybe they're-
HasLab.
You know, oh, okay. Well, yeah, the HasLab's got to be bigger.
Dream
Well,
project. They sell you as a dream project. Oh, they say
maybe-
it is.
Maybe their own Skyhawk. I don't know.
I
Ryan's
hope
gonna-
if
You know why?
Yeah,
because
no, it's
we're
not.
making them, and like, oh,
Yeah.
not okay.
I'm hoping my dream would be it's the Thunder Machine and we get
Oh
Dreadnought.
man, yes, please. We need Dreadnoughts now, baby.
I think that's an
waiting on it.
automatic, and then it makes sense for stretch goals.
They
You just have a
teach it.
different figure, and each stretch goal a different like a diorama piece that's not a piece of cardboard. They learn their lesson from that. Something easy though. You don't have to go crazy with diorama, but give us some. It's a motorcycle. What, like a bar? I don't know. Something cool.
Or
Yeah.
just like they did with the lightsaber, just go, we put all the money in this item. There's not going to be stretch goals.
Don't
Or-
do that. Don't do that.
200
Yeah.
bucks, you're going to get the Thunder Machine and Thrasher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that lightsaber doesn't even have 1,000 backers out of 5,000 yet. I don't think. I don't know.
Mhm.
Not good.
I just hope they
Well-
start out with the 3 main ones. You know, Buzzer, Ripper, Torch. We need
Yeah.
those. We need those first, I think.
Yeah, because we already got Zorana coming.
Yeah.
All right, my guess, it's pretty obvious. I think it's going to be the USS Flag.
Oof.
So we're finally going to have a classified, or a Devastator, or something like, something tiny.
And you said
in my
that with a
guest
straight
bathroom.
face.
Fit in my guest bathroom or the
Oh,
whole
man.
roof of the apartment complex.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
about that big. Jeez.
Someone put in the comments when I put that on Facebook, they were like a 1-to-1 an actual aircraft carrier, like $7 billion.
Yeah.
Let's stretch this one out. Let's reach it. All right, guys. How'd you feel? We didn't really talk about the presentation. Give me your thoughts on Emily, Lenny, and Tony's presentation of the Fanstream for Joe June, as well as your whiskey scores, your grades. How do you grade them? Tony.
Oh, the presentation with everything.
Yeah, give the whole shebang, the reveals, the presentation, the pre-orders, the way, the whole deal.
I gave maybe 3.5 to 4 whiskeys because what did they open it with? Did they open
So
it
a
with Snake Eyes and Timber?
3.75. But yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, because didn't they open it with, did they open it with Snake Eyes and Timber?
Copperhead, and they didn't show us anything, but they talked about Torpedo and Copperhead. Yeah, they
Okay,
just talked
that
about
was-
yeah.
That was really cool, and then it already, makes me think. I just made a torpedo and posted it. Okay, so it's like, damn, maybe
There's
they're
other
looking,
people
which is
too,
a good thing. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good thing.
They're
you know what I mean?
following us. They're
Yeah,
in the
they
group.
have to be.
They're on
have
his
to be.
tank. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool, and I like that. And that if we influence them some way, I like it. I'm all for it. But
Yeah.
it had I liked Cover Girl. I like, wow, they gave us Outback, and we haven't even gotten the Tiger Force Outback yet. But I'm not hating on it.
Now-
But I'm like, okay, I knew that was going to happen.
Now,
And,
they did say, though, that the Tiger Force, that wave has shipped from Hasbro's warehouses.
Spirit and
So
Storm
that
Shadow
is
too,
on
right?
their way to Target for us in the States. So we
Okay.
should have that in the next couple weeks.
What about the Spirit and Storm Shadow then too? I thought they were on
Same.
their
Yep.
way too.
That one too. Yep.
Okay, then that I'm really happy now. So, man, they're like, okay, but remember how we order from different spots and whoever gets it first, how Target's like charge you this time, charge you that time. I bet you they're gonna do it and they're gonna win. They're gonna cancel my GameStop.
Hey, does anybody else do this? They match their bank balance and then they find out their real balance, which is like $700 more just because it's all those fake Target. Like
It
I'm like,
happens.
man, I'm at this, and then
Yeah.
I recalculated it minus the Target stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm not so bad.
Right. It takes a bit. It takes a bit to kick in. And
They
I'm
take like
oh.
$1,000 out of your account, but they don't really
like,
take it out. It's like a hold. It's weird,
right.
man.
It's so weird. That's why I don't think I'm gonna do Target no more, because they keep doing that shit. Not
yeah,
that
but
it
you have
affects
to because
me.
it sells
Right.
out.
Exactly. It
So
sells
I'm going
out.
to tell you guys a little secret. Target has its own credit card.
Which I know that, yeah.
You get 5% off anything you order and free shipping. So what I do is when I order from Target, I just got that credit card just for my action figures. It only puts the hold on once.
Right.
And I have not had an order canceled from them by using their credit card.
They want
Plus, I got 5% off the figures and I get the free shipping. So if you get sick of that, that's the trick to do it with them.
If you have a good enough credit.
I'm not good. I'm not good with credit cards.
Yeah, if you don't have good credit, you get
And with Target, it's easier for me because I don't shop there, but just for GI Joes. So it's like, or my wrestling figures for my kids. So it's my toy money.
Yeah, I shop there all the time. I shop there for goods all the time. That's the only way I can go to the toy aisle now. I have to convince myself to go there for milk and eggs and laundry detergent, and then take a peek down the last aisle, because otherwise I quit with gas. Almost $7 a gallon in California. God. I don't hunt no more. No, I gave that up. I'm sitting at home waiting for my pre-orders, and if a friend finds it and wants to sell it to me for retail, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm saving my
hunting.
I'm saving my golf game winnings for figures and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, done hunting. So you said a 375 overall. Pretty good.
375 overall, because I really like the Cover Girl. I like the Outback. I like the oh my god, which else ones were there that they revealed? Oh, the mention of Torpedo and those. I was like, yeah, man. So 375 for me.
Cool. Ryan?
4.5. I won't give them a 5, but when you compare them to Star Wars, to the other brands that they release, the only 5 I ever give out would be for the Marvel guys, just because they're fun.
Yeah.
But I think Emily and Lenny do a better job of explaining what's going on, and especially, I hate to trash them, but the folks they had before, the marketing folks they had before, seem to struggle with being able to connect with the Joe fans, and Emily seems to have grasped that quickly.
Yeah,
and she feels like she's part of the community.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lenny's always fun too. He knows what's up.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So 4.5. Man, this is tough for me because you badmouth Star Wars, and I have for months, but I went to Star Wars Celebration, and that was a terrific. They did a great job at that panel, which a lot of people got to see on YouTube as well. And I gave that a 375, and it would have been a lot higher if it wasn't for that dud of a HasLab. Looking at this stream, the presentation's a 5. Like, this is like the best presentation you're gonna get. Like, they were having fun, they were being insightful, they connected with the audience. Even when people are being mean to them, they were like so like cool. Like, that it was just like, yeah, it was perfect presentation. Just everything from the dioramas, the inside look, like we got the tease at the end. It was just paced really well. I think it went over about 30 something minutes. It was outstanding. But then we got 5 digital renders. Cool. They talked about 4 figures. We didn't get anything. At least show the art of the figures so people that don't know about G.I. Joe know who you're talking about. Like, you know, there are people that jumped on the bandwagon, maybe even people younger in their teens or 20s. Show us a picture of Shipwreck and Torpedo and Copperhead on the screen.
I was salty because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to help. And then, they were like, we're going to have some pre-orders, and it's Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
And while they convinced me with their cute little pictures to get the Snake Eyes I don't need, it's 1 figure pack with a wolf, you know? So I'm like, there was 1 classified release, and then we have to wait next week to go on Instagram for 2 more, and we think one's Dr. Mindbender. I mean, he picked out the ninjas. That'd be better. But I don't know. It just, it was glossy. They connected, but we didn't get a whole lot. But Sergeant Slaughter's amazing.
He rocked, yeah.
That was cool. I gotta go 375. I think it's just because the presentation is like mind blowing, but we didn't get like 7 pre-orders. We didn't really get a lot of. We just got a lot of cute things, but we don't actually have anything in my hand. I don't have anything on the way. I don't even know what those other 4 figures look like that they talk about. I think overall it's a really good presentation, a great start to Joe June, but we need more. We need more this month. Like more that we can actually see or pre-order or something. I know it's tough out there. They mention it, but it wasn't enough.
I think we all have to understand 2 things. So I have been a Joe fan since 1982. Okay.
Same.
Good years, bad years. The 50th where I could only get it at Toys R Us, having to live through the collectors club to get figures that suck sometimes. Hasbro's management doesn't have the faith in this brand that they used to, even though G.I. Joe saved Hasbro twice.
You can tell too. Yeah.
You don't have the budget for the tooling, so that's why we're getting so much reuse of parts.
There's
that's
no media. Let's go right. Let's grab it right by the throat.
Exactly.
The Snake Eyes movie bombed and came and went. There's no animated series for children. They mentioned comics. A lot of people don't read comics. They should. They're great. We talked about them on this show, but let's face the facts. There's no big media like Marvel and Star Wars and Transformers are mammoth media conglomerate productions, whatever. But Joe, they're like, please watch a movie from 35 years ago and pay $20 to go see it, and it's fun. But they're trying, but they just don't have it.
No, Travis, you hit it. You hit it right on the head. I think. I'm sorry, Ryan.
No, I was gonna say, watch that re-release of that Joe cartoon does better than what Snake Eye.
I know. I know.
And I'm going to point this out to you guys. I want you to think seriously about this. The Snake Eyes movie was supposed to come out first before the figures launched, right?
Yeah.
COVID saved the G.I. Joe brand that we have today. That movie comes out, it bombs. Those figures sit on the shelves.
They blame COVID.
The video games sucked. Those figures people were pissed about. People don't buy them. We don't get G.I. Joe anymore.
No.
COVID saved the G.I. Joe brand because it put figures out because they couldn't get that media out. And when it did die, people were like, these figures are selling and people want them. So let's keep it going. It's going to be a slow build. We're not Marvel Legends. We're not Star Wars. So when they prioritize stuff in the factories to get made, it's always going to be Marvel because they've got movies and entertainment coming out, just like you said, Trev. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. How much money did they pay for that? Now you have Indiana Jones and Star Wars that they just renegotiated with Disney. Those are always going to take precedent because they have that entertainment out there. We're just going to be a little bit slower. So that's why I score the Joe team a little bit higher, because if Hasbro had their way, we would have figures in hand right now because that's where they make their money. They sell it to the retailers. Retailers sell it to us. They would flood the market if we could buy them all up. So,
nailed it.
My 2 cents.
Yeah. All right. Let's close the door on Joe June, but let's talk customs for 1 minute before we fly out. Community spotlight. Tony, you're the big, you're a beast. Okay, when it comes to it's not Ryan's dope, but you're a beast right now. Tell me about the community. Who inspires you right now? Who's showing stuff off right this second on Instagram, Facebook groups, whatever you want to give a shout out, mention some stuff.
Yeah, I got to mention Ray Murphy, GIJAF on Instagram. He's putting out some amazing customs, and he just did a Dress Blues Gung Ho. That's amazing. Yeah, you gotta look him up on IG. And I think he's in Europe. I think he might be in Ireland, but I might be wrong. But I think he's across the pond and he's knocking it out. He's done a Ripcord. He's done a different Scarlet. He's done his own OG Outback that was incredible. Makes me want to do it. again. It's like, wow, he's tearing it up. He did a snow serpent. He's done his own version of Flint and Duke, like almost like a mixture of what I do and what Giles does, what Dr. Gifford does. What it's so on point. It's like I had to give him a shout out because that's who I'm getting inspired by too. Because me and him go back and forth. Me and Chad Merrick go back and forth, and he's another one on Instagram. And I'm always looking at Giles stuff. So yeah, Ray Murphy on Instagram, and let me hit it one more time. It's Ray Murphy, GIJAF. So it's probably what GI Joe.
Makes sense. If you're mentioning him, it makes sense that it'd be AF.
Yeah.
Ryan, you are the silent assassin. I didn't know you had it in you. I knew you did customs. You showed some incredible work on this show in the beginning. My mind's blown. My special person of the month is you for that Skyhawk. But dude, I got another shout out in a second, but I'll let you talk about anyone you want to promote.
So my big focus lately, is, of course, with the figures is dios. Like I want to get better at making dios. And Oilers Workshop on Instagram, he's also on YouTube. Jordan is amazing at the work that he does. But the nice thing about what Jordan does is he shares all of his little tips and tricks. So the one thing I've always struggled with is asphalt, because I want to make a biker diorama for my dreadnoughts. So he went through and did, just showed you using corkboard and painting it black. I'm like, geez, come on, it can't be that easy.
Yeah.
But he'll give you little tips and tricks on where to find stuff, where
that's cool
to get into. So he gets my shout out number one. And then White Mike, he's been doing a lot of custom, like he built a storage container that he had slid the howitzer in from Gridiron. And he's got Mars on the outside of it, and it looks like one of the shipping containers. It's just amazing, some of the little dio stuff that he's been making. So those two guys get my shout outs because dios is that next step that I want to get to making.
Great. One I got is Gun Bunny Customs, because he did the Tiger Force bat, which just sounds funny to say, but yeah, he also did an MK2 as well for Destro's crew. So that was really cool, those bats he did using the Buzz Lightyear starship that went crazy on the market for a while and created some awesome stuff. So I don't know if you guys saw Gun Bunny Customs work on these bats.
Yeah. He did the Lightyear jet, right? That's what you posted?
Yeah.
That thing was amazing. Tiger Force Lightyear jet. It was crazy.
Dude, how he blended the colors in, the browns, the yellows, and then the whites, and then into the yellow again. I'm like, damn. And then the eyes and everything in the mouth. I'm like, he killed it.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Of course, this is the same guy who did the Tiger Force Ram before we got the official, we haven't been able to pre-order that Duke Tiger Force set, right?
That could be another pre-order this month too.
There you go. That would make sense. But yeah, and then we did a comparison on a Toy Kind of Mood on Instagram, and everybody was like, Gun Bunny's is better, and he's like, no, Hasbro's is better. He's being so nice, and I'm like, no, come on, you shouldn't have.
If anything, make me want to do Tiger Force is that damn Gun Bunny Lightyear jet. Holy crap!
Yeah, I think he called it a bat. That's what he called it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. But guys, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to see Ryan on Saturday, but the hell of an episode. It was 2 episodes in one. Hope everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, had a lot of fun. It was awesome.
Yeah. So thanks for joining me, guys. Appreciate it, Ryan. We'll see you
anytime,
very soon, a few days. Thanks for stepping up and joining the crew. It's been awesome. We had you on wrestling, but this is your wheelhouse. You're right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Joe and wrestling go hand in hand for me. I mean, it's just, it's 80s kid.
How can we not be friends? Right? Yeah. So
I mean, you're even getting me to watch Star Wars now. So I mean, and influenced as much as I am.
Here we go. All right. So for Tony, Ryan, Travis, this has been a Toy Kind of Welcome to the Joe, June, Drome, whatever. It's the whole shebang. Episode 78, episode 6, 2 episodes in one. And stay tuned. Saturday, we're going to roll around and record with Grindstone, Call Sign Longbow. And we have more Toy Kind of Mood, more Joe June as the month progresses. So stay tuned. Thanks again.
Boom.
Yo,
Yo, Joe.
Joe.